Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am rounding out my BLACKSHARK keyboard series with the granddaddy of the keyboards, the Sixgill K2 full-size keyboard. I'll be showing you all how the three keyboards in this lineup compare to one another towards the end of this video. Now, is this keyboard the one you want out of the three, or just like a weird grandpa, one you should stay away from? Well, stay a while, listen, and let's get started. So, what's in the box? First up is the thank you card, the included keycap puller, the instruction manual, and the keyboard itself. Now, just like the Sixgill K1 70% keyboard, the K2 full-size keyboard is well made and comes in the two-tone matte black keys and brushed aluminum/gunmetal finish. This keyboard only comes in blue switches and are not hot swappable, but the keycaps themselves are. And just like the previous one, I'll go ahead and keep these stock and maybe change them out sometime in the future. This keyboard is not too heavy, weighing in at about almost 2 pounds, and the keycaps also don't have any tactileness to them. Again, just like the K1, I really like the two-tone color scheme of this as it does add contrast and makes the keyboard nice to look at while the RGBs are off. Let's go ahead and plug this in so we can take a look at the different RGBs. I got my finger gloves on again for this, and we'll go through the different static RGB colors. Next up is the different RGB settings. Here you can also change the speed of the RGBs, Next, we have the different RGB static colors for the surrounding lights. And lastly, we have the different genres, if you will, of the gaming lights for this keyboard. And now we've come to the ASMR portion of the video. Turn up the sound and listen to these blue switches go. Now, to be completely transparent, I don't really see any differences between this and the 70% K1 keyboard. They both function the same, have the same RGB settings and light setups, same blue switches and matte black keys. Both have a good typing feel and sound to them, and both are hardwired as well. What it comes down to is essentially preference. Since this is a full-size keyboard, you can do a lot more general activities with this and not just gaming. I do see this as an all-around everyday keyboard, so if you are not into gaming, this is also a great alternative to a typing keyboard. You have function keys that control your multimedia such as volume up and down, pause, record, fast forward and backward, email, home, recycle, and a search function. The numpad feels good for crunching numbers and it's not cramped. For specifically gaming, since it is a full-size keyboard, you have plenty of options on setting up your keys to your preference. Just like the K1, the RGBs are vivid and look its best in dim light settings. I noticed how the flowing RGB setting would cast a moving shadow across the keys, which I thought was pretty cool. I like how you have the option on increasing or decreasing the brightness and speed of the RGB settings as well. Lastly, here we have the entire Christmas light lineup here, the full-size K2, the 70% K1, and the little brother, the 60% K4. If you go for the K1 or K2, you will be getting a lot more options than the K4, such as the all-around surrounding RGBs and more settings. I would say that these two options are good if you have a good-sized desk and can afford the real estate to have a full-size or even 70% keyboard. The K4, being the 60% keyboard, does have its limitations. However, it does shine if you don't ever use any of the other keys and have a small desk that you need to maximize the space with. One of the biggest differences between the keyboards is that the K4 has a detachable USB-C connection, while the other two are hardwired. Again, like I've mentioned before in my previous videos, I would have preferred the USB-C connection for all three, since if the hardwired keyboard cables were to get damaged, you'd have to buy a new keyboard. Also, the K4, in my opinion, is not as aesthetically pleasing as the other two keyboards, since it is all in matte black only. I would have liked it if BLACKSHARK used the same keyboard housing as the other two, but it is understandable since it is a smaller keyboard. Alright everybody, that is it for my BLACKSHARK keyboard series here. I really enjoyed unboxing and reviewing all of them, and I hope you like watching them as well. Please leave a like, comment, or even subscribe for more budget content like this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.